Going back. Okay. Now they should be able to see and hear everyone. Yeah. You didn't want to see... Huh? Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that's fair. I'm just going to... That's fair. I mean, I'm sure we'll have like breaks and stuff where like you guys can like interact with people and like stuff like that. Like, I mean, because what's the point of like streaming it? I guess if you don't like ever say anything. But what? 15 seconds behind? I know, but I don't think I can really help that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah. Yeah. So, um. Fair. Fair. Yeah, that's not a bad plan. Um yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, so that's not bad. I just gotta send it out to one more place. Then we can kind of start. And I think we're still waiting on Dan and Grace to get back. Okay. No, I'm just gonna like have you guys play on the honor system. Yeah. You promise not to lie. That's good. I appreciate that. Yeah. But is it? um. All right. Oh, as I guess as it goes sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. um. All right. So, uh, a little bit of background into the world that you guys are going to be dropped in. So you guys are being dropped into the world of Xena. And Xena is it's got tons of sprawling continents with many unique different customs and cultures, but you guys are at the moment on the continent of Sela. And or no, you are on the continent of Selenala. And Selenala. And on Selenala, you all have come from your different walks of life, and we'll definitely like get to all of that. But you all are in the year 4029, And you guys are also there's not a ton of like outer continental relationships at the moment. So like the current climate is a lot of like kingdoms on the continents themselves that will like kind of like talk with each other, do business, things of that nature, but there's not a lot of people actually being from different continents working together. Yeah. So yeah, I would say you guys know that. You guys also have a general idea of the layout of the land and like the continent of Selenala. So if at any point you guys need to make any like history checks or nature checks or anything of that nature regarding if you know something about Selenala, you guys do know kind of like some generalized knowledge. Other than that, I guess we will just kind of get into it. So, with the first session here, I think I wanted to start with Ril, right? And Ril, you find yourself at the moment in a an open cart being pulled by two ox. There's two what you would call slavers, I guess, riding in the front of the cart, and you are sitting in the back of this caravan with probably 6 other slaves. So there's 7 of you total. There's probably a good 3 of these carriages at the moment that are kind of taking the rest of you like to different places, and one of the carriages is probably just filled with like kind of an indiscernible number of dead bodies. No, yeah, true. But okay, so but yeah, so you're like kind of just like sitting in the back of this carriage. There's 6 others around you. They just kind of have their heads down, their shoulders are slumped, their bodies are very scarred from these like kind of ruthless adventures of being thrown at different armies and factions and so forth. But occasionally, if they don't have time during cleanup, they'll take the bodies and they'll just huck them in the back of these carriages so that they can dispose of the armors so they can dispose of the bodies later, but then also like salvage the armors and other useful equipment later. Yeah. That's like your night detail is yeah. So Ril, you you look over to your left and there's a a dwarven man who again has the same kind of posture as you, just kind of like shoulders slumped. He's been beaten down. He's been here for not quite as long as you. I would say maybe about 3 years now. He was he's been a part of a couple of escape attempts, but he's been one of the few to also survive some of these attempts and just been severely beaten for it. But he kind of like nudges your foot with with his foot, very like, just kind of like not abruptly, just slowly kind of inched his foot closer and closer to you, and then just kind of like nudged you with his heel. Mm. Yes, kind of. I guess that. Yeah, yeah. He kind of, he kind of. Oh, okay. Um, hold on, give me a second. All right. Oh, okay. I see what the issue is here. Okay. Um, Stefan just informed me that they couldn't hear you this whole time. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh. All right. Speak, Dan.
Hello?
Okay. I mean, I'll do my best, but
Okay.
if you get me to start, I'm probably not going to stop for a while.
All right. I got it fixed. I think. Unfortunate. Um. But all right. All right. So we got you fixed now. I guess we'll do a little bit of a restart there. A little bit of a restart. So
Hey, you're finally awake.
yeah. So Ril, as he like inches his foot closer to you, he nudges you with his ankle. What did you say again? What did you do?
Real just looks up at him, kind of trying to study him, like first, because I would assume, we haven't gotten super close, and it's kind of difficult to get super close to people.
Oh yeah,
in
no,
this environment. First he's just gonna like look and see if there's anything different about his body, and then he's just gonna look at his face and try to meet his eyes.
All right,
Like
so yeah. So as you look over like at his body and his posturing, his body and posturing isn't changed, right? It's still very beaten down. It's still very like reclusive. It's still like he's kind of holding his arms and his legs in tight. But as you start to like kind of track your gaze up, before you get to his eyes, he kind of like notices that your head is kind of moving slowly to meet his eyes, and he kind of shows a gleam of silver as a small little bit of just like the tip of a key peeks from his mouth. And you just see it disappear back into his mouth again.
Oh, hold on. He's gonna raise one eyebrow, like non-verbally, like, is that key to what I think that key is to?
Yes. You assume that this is like the key that would that unlocks your the kind of like little cages that they throw all of the fighters in the evenings.
And Ril's gonna like, is his foot still close to Ril's?
Yeah, I would say it's like he probably hasn't like slid it back over to himself quite yet.
Okay, he's gonna tap the other guy's foot twice. Just, as slowly and I don't know, as sneakily as
Sneakily.
as
Sneakily?
sneakily as this dwarf did.
Yeah, yeah.
Which
Okay.
I probably wouldn't know his name. Would I? Just as much as he probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, probably not. I don't assume there's a lot of camaraderie here. I think it's a lot of you guys, basically you don't even really eat with each other. You barely sleep with each other just because you're thrown in the same cage every single night. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you have some weird sort of bond that you would get with, people that you go into battle with. But really, other than that, there's not a lot of, like, actual camaraderie there. It's just kind of been beaten out of you.
Yeah.
But, like I said, you two are two of the few who have actually survived attempts at fleeing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's kind of just like a tap of acknowledgement
Okay.
to his foot.
Cool.
Like, yes.
Yeah. So I guess we'll pause you there for a moment then. But I just wanted to say thank you, Stefan. I'm very hyped that this started as well. I got Photoshop and got figured. It literally took so long, but I figured out how to get the whole overlay set up, and I think it looks pretty cool. But I think we are going to move on to Blue. So Blue, as you begin your story, you had been born and raised in the kingdom of Wygate, right? It's a very prosperous college kingdom with, with 5 different colleges, all focused in on specified locations of expertise. And you, growing up, decided to kind of focus and narrow in on the College of the Arcane, things related to Arcana, that kind of business. And meanwhile, the one person who kind of like always was there for you and always looked out for you was your grandmother, Wilma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma Willie.
Yeah. But she would always have those little moments of she would always have those little moments where she would say things and people would just kind of like look at her like she was just a little off, like something wasn't quite right up there.
Well, she wasn't crazy though.
No. I mean, the townspeople might have thought so, but no, she wasn't crazy, right?
No.
So you spent your life growing up. Your grandmother, she spoke to you, like as you were growing, and she always would tell you that one of her deep secrets was that she had magic, and you had never seen her use any magic ever, not once. But she believed it. She believed that she could do it. And so you spent your life growing up into about what age would you say did you start working with Ninny?
Well, when would you go off to do all that? Probably like 16, 17.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of depends on like what you want for that, because
Yeah.
I mean, this college is so focused on like intellect and knowledge that like even from early ages they are like pushing for you to learn more and like get into like different branches of knowledge and learning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
I'd say she was probably about 16 because she was very intelligent, very smart.
Okay.
She knew what was going on.
Yeah. So around the time you reached your 16th age, you got into this college of the Arcane, and there you met someone named Ninny. Ninny said he was working on like a grand magical theory, and you thought he was brilliant, and you guys immediately started like a case study with each other, and you've hence been working on it for years now. How old are you? Like how old is your character current?
hold on. Sorry, I have my character sheet in person.
You're fine.
I wrote it down. I think she was 1920, I think, so. No, actually, I think she might have been like 22.
22? Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll go with 22.
We'll go with 22. That's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so as you know, so you spent a good like probably 4 years working on this magical theory with Ninny.
Mm-hmm. He's very smart.
Yeah, he's very smart. You guys couldn't make a ton of headway, right? You just kind of like expanded on the theory, and you never got to finish it. You never came to anything conclusive. And then one evening, you are, it's getting late. You guys have, just spent like a full 24 hours at the college working. You're getting pretty exhausted, pretty tired, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think Blue would do in this situation? You're tired, you're exhausted.
Well, I'm gonna go home.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah. So, okay, so you start heading back home, and the particular evening that you start to head home, you start to hear like little whispers of intuition in your mind. And these whispers, they start to say, like, Blue, watch out, someone's there, someone's coming, I see them, do you see them? We see them.
Oh, yeah, I see them.
And so you turn around and you find a very large man looming over you. And in a kind of like frantic explosion of wild magic, you blink, there's a brilliant light, and then after you open your eyes again, this man appears to just be frozen solid.
Well, yeah, the voices told me.
But as the man is frozen solid, you have a bunch of guards that swarm out into the street after the loud flash, or the flash of light and the loud noise, and they just see you with kind of this, kind of look on your face of just kind of bewilderment, right?
Mm-hmm.
And probably a little bit of contentment.
Yeah.
And one of the guard walks to you, and he goes, "What have you done?"
Well, I've gotten rid of him. The voices told me to do so. So what else would I do?
He was a citizen. You can't just go around.
Oh, but he was gonna get me. I know it.
You turned him into a timing popsicle.
Well, yes.
They just kind of have these, like, all of the guards have these horrified looks on their faces, and they go, "Well, you know what? It's dangerous out here. Let's take you somewhere safe. How about that?"
Well, I know where to go. I know where it's safe to go. So I'm going to go where I was going to go because it's safe to go there.
Yes, but I think you should come with us.
Well, are we friends?
Of course we're friends.
Well, then of course I'll go with you.
Okay. And so they this kind of weary, like, very uneasy, kind of light step, they kind of surround you. You know, you're kind of like in the bunch of all of these soldiers, and they start leading you off to a local building. But we will pause you there. And then we will move on to Lanceon.
Hello.
Yes. So, Lanceon, I think where we will pick you up is you, at the moment, are laying down in a bed. You have nowhere really left to turn, as you know that your parents would be very, very disappointed in you if they were to have found out the reason for your severe injuries. So at the moment, you are laying in a church. You had been all bandaged up by the priest, and yeah, you're just that's kind of where you're at right now. As you're just kind of laying in front of like in this side room. There's probably still like an altar of Anubis that's like in the room with, you know, like a couple little cots, some like sconces. It feels homey without actually being like anywhere close to resembling a home, if that makes sense. You have like a feeling of safeness being there, right? Even though it feels a little bit more just like a shelter.
Gotcha.
And as you're laying there, you hear like kind of a rapping on the door.
Come in.
You see someone kind of poke their head in, and it appears to be kind of like a little bit more of like an older, grizzled man. He kind of looks like he's past his prime. He's got bandages kind of like wrapped up and down his arms, over like a couple fingers on each hand. He's got some patches where he's like got like he's had to do some like bandage work to his face. Very, very kind of like bruised and battered old man, right? But not quite like elderly, just kind of out of his prime. He walks in and he goes, all right. I'm a friend of the priest's. Just passing through town, and he told me that he had a child in here. Said you were a good kid, or so it seemed. And I would just wanted to ask you a couple questions, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Why don't we start? What's your name?
My name's Lanceon, but you can call me Lance.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, Lance. The name's Gideon.
Sorry, there we go. That was where I was getting to.
Yes.
Good to meet you.
Yes, likewise. Well, you see, Lance, I'm very curious. I heard that you attempted to... well, how are the kids saying it these days? You attempted to knock off something?
I guess I didn't really know what was going on.
And he kind of like looks down at your body with kind of like a little bit of like an amused smile as you're just like completely like battered, right? And he's like, you didn't know what was going on. And you ended up like this.
I kind of just needed to do what they said at that point.
You fell in with the wrong crowd then, is that what you're telling me?
If that's what you want to... That's how you want to say it, sure.
Well, it's... the priest seemed to talk fondly and highly of you. At least for the brief day or so that he's been able to speak with you. I have a few exercises that I think would help with some rehabilitation.
if you're up for it.
Because I can't move.
Yeah. Well, tell you what, Lance, I don't know how long I'll be in town for, but I'll come by every day around noon until you're feeling a little bit better. How about that?
Sounds good. I'll be here.
So with that, you see Gideon leave, and Gideon, true to his word, comes back every day until probably for the next, we'll say, 2.5 weeks. Every single day he comes by and he does exercises with you. Some of them, while you're bedridden, just kind of start with like some small things, right? You'll be laying there, you don't have a lot of motor function, you can't move much. And he places 3 cups down, and he says, oh, here, we'll play a game. And so he like moves around the cups and he tries to, have you follow the cups, and then slowly he starts to teach you how to do that, and he teaches you how to play the ball and cup game, and you start getting a little bit faster with your hands, a little bit more nimble, and it just kind of progresses from there, and by the second week, you've gotten a little bit more motor function back. You can kind of start to walk around and move around a little bit more, and he gives you some instructions on a couple things that you can do to try to like train your body to kind of get back into shape. And on about the 14th day, as you guys are kind of going through a couple exercises, playing a couple games, he says,
Lance, I do have a bit of a... Well, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I'm curious, do you have parents?
Yeah, they're merchants in town.
Oh. How come you're not staying with them?
Well, you know why I'm here.
Yes.
Sure they don't want to find that out.
Yeah, I guess that's a valid quandary.
They're pretty busy anyway.
Well, okay. I was just wondering. I'm sure that you'll have a lovely life here. And then he kind of gets like this a little bit of a forlorn sort of look on his face. Maybe kind of like a look that you don't really recognize or notice kind of at this time. But he kind of like packs up and like leaves shortly after that.
Like for good?
That is the last time you see him.
Sad.
But I will pause you there for a moment, and I will move on to Culin.
Hello.
So Culin, you have since left your hometown of Thalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've left Thalia behind, and you are already on the road.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think in Cullen's mind? Where's like the first thing that Cullen's gonna do?
The first thing absolute first thing he's gonna do is just take a moment through the forest.
Okay.
As he hasn't actually walked through the woods as he used to as a child, and I don't know, close to 50 to 100 years, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
He's gonna take some time to recommune with nature.
Okay. Yeah. So no, you, Cullen, you kind of decide, it's been a long time, right, since you've had a nature walk, and you begin to take your walk through the forest, and you get all of the kind of those the smells that a forest can give you. You know, it's untainted by races and humanity and elves, and it's just nature.
Yeah.
You get the fresh scent of the trees, the kind of dewiness to the air when everything's been kind of undisturbed and it's still a little wet. You can hear the sounds of animals kind of scuttering back and forth between the brushes. You see the birds kind of fluttering tree to tree with, you know, their each unique individual songs. And then, from out of nowhere, you hear the sound of a deer as it kind of squalls in pain.
Oh no. I'm gonna go. He's gonna go check it out.
Okay. You get closer to this deer, and as you're kind of moving closer and closer to it, it's you see it sprinting towards you at a very rapid pace.
Whoa there. Whoa. I am here to help you. I wish not to harm you.
And it just kind of like collapses at your feet, and you see there's an arrow that's been stabbed like into its neck.
Ooh. Okay.
I guess it would be shot into his neck, not stabbed, but you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hands on the base of it. And
Okay.
this is going to hurt you quite a bit, but I will help you. And I'm gonna rip that bitch out and lay on hands like 5 points. I'm just one
Okay.
hand's gonna rip, the other one's gonna heal as
Alright.
it's coming out.
All right, so I guess you rip the arrow out and you lay on hands. You feel this magical energy of divinity flow through you, and into the deer. As the deer kind of like takes these like quick panty breaths, it starts to slow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Becomes more and more calm. As, you know, the fur is still very bloody and kind of, like, soaked in the deer's own, the deer's own juices. Its eyes kind of, like, get big and it, like, kind of, like, jolts itself upright and staggers a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you this kind of, deer in the headlights look.
Yeah. Well, you can be on your way now, dear. Return to the forest, to your home.
The deer kind of, like, turns its head back where it came from, sprinted from, and then it just keeps on booking it as fast as it can.
Don't worry, I'll take care of whatever shot you in some manner. And I walk in the direction that it came from.
All right. Are you, like, hiding, being stealthy at all, or are you just straight up walking?
I'm just walking. I assume it's just like hunters doing regular hunter stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna distract them until I assume it's gone.
Okay. Yeah, so you very quickly see, probably about 40 yards out, in some brush, it looks to be what appears to be hunters, kind of trudging through the wilderness.
Oh, hello! I wave at them.
They kind of start to murmur back and forth to each other, and like kind of at a lower tone. You can tell that they're talking with each other, but they haven't acknowledged you.
I am still holding the arrow.
Oh, okay. One of them kind of like yells out and he goes, "Oi! Did you find the deer?"
Yes. Yes, I did.
Oh, I swear I shot him.
No. No, you did not.
What, you got me arrow right there and his blood on it? You telling me it just grazed him?
Yes, you did actually. You grazed it and you hit a tree behind it.
Give me a deception check.
Yeah. Nine.
He doesn't say anything, like, outright accuse you of lying, but he kind of looks at you with, like, this kind of stupefied look on his face. And he goes, guess I could just shoot another one.
Indeed, you could just shoot another one. Better this time, though. Yeah, you could actually kill it instead of grazing it, like I said.
Yeah, not good that. You don't want too many grazes in the deer, or else you get all rough meat. No good.
Yeah,
It's no good.
you tear the hide and everything.
Yeah,
it's
you
unusable.
one clean shot. That's all you're looking for.
Heart or head, you know. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Heart or head.
Heart or head. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. What brings you out here besides hunting, or are you just hunters looking for food and hides?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. We're traveling to the wonderful kingdom of Sailor.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see here, me and my boy Bobby here, we got great shots. Real good shots with them arrows.
Yeah.
Which is why I do find it a little peculiar that I missed that deer, but it's okay.
Yeah. It happens sometimes. You miss deer, you run into new friends, and then I approach him and I approach him and reach my hand out to shake his hand. The name's Culin. Nice to meet you.
He holds his hand out and he goes, "Name's Rick. And like I said, this is Bobby." And Bobby just kind of like nods his head like, "Yep."
Wow. What is Sailor? Where is Sailor?
Oh, it's about good, still maybe 2-3 weeks from here.
Oh, I was headed there myself. Yep.
You were headed there yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got these camps there, right?
Mhm.
Oh, they got the most beautiful camps there. And
Ooh.
they hiring all sorts of people.
People. Huh.
Yeah, beautiful camps.
I was looking
hiring
for
all
something
sorts
to
of
do.
people. It's great. It's wonderful. So we were just hunting our dinner for the night. If you're looking too, I guess you could help us, and we'd share.
Yeah, I could help you.
But if you get something too, you gotta share.
Yeah, I'll share it. I'll share it.
All right.
Not one for being selfish here.
But it's great. It's great.
So, Culin, you and these two companions of yours, you guys kind of, I guess, split up. You try to get some food for the evening. I don't know if you, during these weeks of travel, if you would like try to actually hinder them from hunting animals, or if you're actually okay with it.
Okay with it. Cullen is one to help, and he saw an opportunity to help.
Okay, but he is okay with like.
He is okay with like hunting for food
Okay.
and things like that. But like if they're being mean to animals, probably not okay.
Okay, gotcha.
But
So
if they're literally just trying to survive, that's yeah,
all right, cool.
Cullen doesn't care.
Cool. So then you guys spend probably the next couple weeks traveling. But we'll pause you there for a moment, and I think I'm gonna move back onto Ril.
Yo.
So Ril, you it's kind of fallen to evening, right?
Mm-hmm.
You've gotten you've gotten thrown into the cage at the end of the night. You've done your work detail. You've stripped the dead bodies. You've thrown them in a pile. You've burned them, and
now you're thrown into your cage and you're just kind of waiting on the nightly meal. The nightly meal is kind of never consists of anything that great. It's always just whatever leftovers or scraps aren't eaten by the marauders. So it's kind of just like some evenings, no food. Some evenings, there's half-eaten garbage, you know? And that's kind of just what you guys are fed. So you're kind of waiting to see if you're going to be fed or not. And the man, whose name, obviously, you don't know, along with, I would say, maybe 10 other total, between those two caravans, thrown into this like large caging area, and you see that man's just kind of like off sitting in like a back corner.
Okay. Is it just like, so when you say corner, is it just like the caravan is essentially parked in like a circle and maybe he's off?
There's no, so they've got, because they're because they travel around, right? They have a makeshift kind of cage that they can set up. And so they usually make camp, and then the camp then sends out different like units to wherever they need them to go, and then they all coalesce back into one like centralized like location at the end of the evening.
Right.
So you are now back in that centralized location where they've got this like makeshift camp set up with like this, probably like maybe it's made of like iron bars that have kind of been like fitted together. And they have like this kind of like locking mechanism on the iron bars, and then there's a gate that's obviously locked that keeps you all enclosed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and I wouldn't say like the cage itself probably isn't the most like secure thing. I mean, it's like enough to kind of keep you guys in, you know, without like like it's not just like, oh, you can like step out of it. But, you know, there are some like small holes, small breaks, there's some like rusted areas. So there are areas where people have tried to escape before, but it's still a lot of effort to kind of like do that. And
right. It's probably not easy to get out.
Yeah.
It's definitely not easy to get out unnoticed.
Exactly.
Okay. I guess he's just gonna he's gonna go over to where the dwarf is, you know, in his own little corner.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna sit near him, you know, not side by side, but maybe close enough that they can have a quiet conversation whispered back and forth, but far enough away that anybody just giving a casual glance over them wouldn't say, oh yeah, they're sitting together.
Okay, I got you. Just give me like a stealth check real quick.
Do you want me to do it in the Discord?
No, I mean, literally, you can do it whatever way you want. We're just kind of on the honor system here, so you can roll it electronically. You can roll it like in person if you'd rather roll in-person dice. It's really not a big deal.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my dice with me.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Delve.
No, you should have been better prepared, God.
No. We're just
you're right.
Yeah, no. We're just gonna play on the honor system. So.
Well,
He was too busy with his mustache. He didn't remember the dice.
that's a 20. That is a 22, and
Okay.
Scout's honor.
Okay, no. I honor system. I believe you.
I don't.
I don't.
Well, I didn't ask you, Grace.
Yeah.
You could have.
Anyways, also Lucas, I appreciate you being here and hanging out. What monster stabs a deer? People who just want to survive, Lucas. They just need food.
Monsters are just
Stabbing a deer implies that you did it by hand.
Yeah.
That is kind of monstrous.
You know,
Also, the kind
Fair.
of stealth and dexterity it takes to get up to a deer and stab
And
it,
stab
that
it
is a
is-
monster of a person.
Kind of like almost a little bit impressive. Like not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's a little sneaky.
Um. Okay. So. As you're kind of like sat there in the back, you think that nobody really like is paying attention to you. Nobody's noticed you. It doesn't seem any out of the ordinary. You just kind of sit down. You're a close enough distance to talk to him privately without anybody overhearing you.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh, is he waiting for Ril to say something?
Yeah. He hasn't. Yeah, he has not said anything. He's kind of. He's just kind of sitting there waiting, right? He's just kind of hunched over. He hasn't really noticed anyone. He's still got the same like beaten down look to him. You moved over to him. You think you can speak to him without being noticed. What do you say?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you got a plan for this? Other than run? Because, just running doesn't work too well.
Actually, yeah. I do have a bit of a plan. I don't know if you have heard about it, but I overheard some of these soldiers talking. Apparently they were trying to, on that last run we did, they were attacking some of Sayla. You ever heard of that kingdom?
Maybe? I don't know enough.
They have these camps. They call them dweller camps. I heard some of the marauders talking about it. They said sometimes they get these real valuable gemstones worth a lot of money. Big magic practitioners pay lots of gold for them. So that's why we hit them yesterday. Or earlier today, I should say. But we're not too far from them, where we hit them at. And I heard they hire all sorts of people. I figure if we can make it there, they're not willing to fight over two lowlifes.
Okay. How would he know roughly how far they've traveled since hitting the dweller camp?
No, so basically what he was saying was so you guys didn't hit the camp. There was like caravans, right? There are these caravans of that these dweller camps send out, right? And the caravans sometimes have these rare gemstones on these caravans. And so that's what you guys hit, was you guys hit one of these caravans, and you guys were thrown at the caravan trying to beat the caravan down. But you guys ended up taking way more casualties than they did, and you guys ended up retreating. So
Okay, so we don't actually have like a location.
no,
for the
so you don't have a location for the camp. You have a location of the caravan that you guys already had hit.
Okay.
So-
how far away was that?
That
From our current location.
you traveled for probably about an hour by carriage. So it's a bit longer by walk, obviously, but it's not like out of the realm of possibility for you to potentially make it back to where that was.
Okay.
So he kind of looks over
And he goes, and he kind of like moves his tongue around in his mouth just a little bit, and he kind of slides the key down, and he palms it. And he again kind of, leans in a little bit closer to you, and he says, you're the only other one that hasn't died in one of them attempts to get out of here. I think that if you and me were both to try, we might be able to do it.
Maybe. Or maybe one of our streaks will end.
Better than this.
There's a lot that's better than this.
So he kind of just like gives you a nod, and then he sort of just kind of like backs back down into like a little, hunched in position, kind of waiting for his moment.
I think Rel's probably gonna do the same.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of, adopt the camouflage.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will pause you there for just a moment. Blue. If
Yeah.
she's okay. So that evening, in which you were kind of, surprised by that man as he snuck up on you, and he turned into a giant popsicle. You were led back by your friends, the local town guard, and they have so kindly put a white jacket around you to keep you nice and warm.
Nice.
And the nice thing is it makes you kind of hug yourself, and it wraps around you.
I feel really at home.
Yeah. So they the guard looks at you and he goes, "All right, now, I'm gonna take you, and we're gonna put you in this room. It's very nice. It's got a lot of padding everywhere. Very, very soft bed.
That sounds very nice. Very welcoming.
Yes, and we'll talk to you more tomorrow, okay?"
Oh, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, and so they kind of usher you into the room, shut the door, and you just hear 3 or 4 locking noises. And the room has like a slit in the door that's like still been left unslitted, and you can hear the guards all talking with each other, and they go, "Dear God, she is crazy. I honestly was surprised that she came with us. God, she just has something. She can't be a sorcerer or a wizard. No, I thought all those women were in that other kingdom, but I guess not. Maybe she's just crazy. She was related to Wilma. So, God, whole family full of crazies."
And I can hear all of that?
Yeah, you can hear all that.
Okay. I go up to the door and I'm banging on it and I'm like, "I'm not crazy!"
As you're pounding on the door, yelling, "You're not crazy," they actually they start to laugh. And then one of the other soldiers who hasn't spoken to you yet, he comes over and he goes, "It's okay now. Yeah, I don't really know how to pander to crazy people." And then he just shuts the latch, and you can no
I don't
longer
really know how to do this.
see or hear him.
I'd probably just throw my body into the wall a good 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, and it's just it's
because
very
I'm not crazy.
No, and but it's very plushy, right? You throw your body weight into the door, and there's a lot of cushion there, and you just kind of like bounce off a bit, and you stumble back a few times, and it doesn't seem to be a very successful venture.
Yeah, I probably get tired of it, and I just go to lay down in my new room.
Okay. You probably spend at least a month here with not many people coming to visit you. You know, you get your you get your grandmother, who came a couple times when you were first put in here, and she kind of looked a little bit more ill each time she was brought to you. And probably after about the third time, she just didn't show up anymore. She seemed very, very sickly and just kind of never showed up again.
Oh no, she did.
After about 3 weeks of being confined in here, Ninny shows up. And you get the latch that slides open, and you see one of the guards looks in, and he goes, Blue?
Yes.
You have a visitor. Step away from the door. We are going to let them in.
Oh, okay. And I step back.
So you hear like a few unlatching sounds, and the door opens, and you see a small gnomish man walking into the room, and he says, "Oh, hey, Blue."
I go, oh, he's here. You are finally here. Get me out.
Oh, well, you see, I can't exactly just get you out. It's a bit harder than that. It is...
But you know that I'm not crazy.
Oh, of course, I know you're not crazy. But you see,
Okay.
I've almost had a breakthrough. I had a very...
And he like looks like suspiciously to each side of him, and he goes,
I had a very good day yesterday.
and he gives you like
Those
a
are
grin.
the best days.
Oh, it was a great day. Today's only an average one, though.
And so he reaches into his pocket, and he goes, he very slyly slides you the note, right? And he goes,
I don't know where you can hide this, but it's a couple theories and a question. We still have yet to finish the magical theory, but I think I have a major breakthrough. I'll be headed towards Sailor soon, and there I think I'll be able to finish some of my research.
Okay. I will go there.
All right, when you get out of here, then come find me, because I believe that is the key. We have to stop it. You know that, right?
Oh, I know.
Good. All right. Oh, by the way, you see, this man, you know the head of the, College of Science, yes?
Oh, yes.
Yes, well, he's in the process of discrediting us.
What?
Yes, now, I don't think he can do it, but it's just a warning.
But I'm not crazy.
No, I didn't say you were crazy. He said you were crazy. Does that make sense?
No.
You see, it's only an average day. This is why I'm having some slower thoughts. It's hard for me to, No bother. Come find me in Sailor once you get out of here, okay?
Fine.
All right.
and so he like kind of like walks out and leaves, and the guards just kind of shake their heads like you guys are both crazy and he should probably be locked up with you. But they shut the door, they close the latch, and you are again once in solitary confinement.
Okay. I probably try my best to like tuck the note into my jacket.
Okay. So you kind of get the note like
tucked in a way, and the night kind of goes on. You know you spend probably another week or so in this confinement with no one, right? It's just been a week of solitude. The only real interaction you get is the guards who whisper just about how crazy you are, and when they open this latch to feed you your food and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they you one evening, you know, it based on your best guess of the time and you know the times that you sleep at, it is in the middle of the night, based on your best estimation.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're, I'm sorry, as you guys are sleeping, or as you are sleeping, the you hear a very loud thud.
Can I see anything?
You cannot, as you're in this very padded room with a latch that is the only window hole that is shut.
Can I hear anything? Like guards?
Make a perception check for me.
I got a natural one.
A natural one.
Yeah.
All right, so you like put your ear up to the door, right, and you're pressing really really hard against the door so that you can listen, and you think you just hear whispers in the back of your head that say,
We need to get out of here. I don't know what that is, but it's probably dangerous. Yes, it's definitely dangerous.
Oh, the voices are always right.
She ain't great.
yeah, but she ain't crazy.
I can I try to can I try to use like because I'm still stuck, correct?
Correct.
Okay, can I try to use like chill touch to like break away the chains?
Yes. So you want to basically try to attack the door.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a damage roll, just like straight damage from your spell.
What was that?
Huh?
Just roll the hit?
No. So instead, you're just attacking like the door. So I'm not gonna have you roll the hit. I'm just gonna have you roll damage to the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 1d8. I got 8.
Oh, actually, okay. So you reach into somewhere deep within you,
And you hear the whispers go, ah, yes, just like grandmother could do.
and you feel magic well up in your hand, just as it did on that evening before the man startled you.
Mm-hmm.
And you ice over the door, and it begins to kind of crack and expand under the pressure of the ice, and the door pops and then falls over.
Nice. All right, and then can I try to do the same thing with my jacket? Like, can I try to like detach it?
Oh, I assumed that you kind of like got it detached with the magic of like you probably like tore it up a little bit with the damage from the cold. It kind of like got hard and then brittled away. So you're just kind of wearing this like straight jacket where the arms have kind of been like broken off down towards your fingertips.
All right, that's sick.
Yeah.
All right, so then can I do I see any guards now that the door is opened?
Yeah, so as the door is popped open, you look into the room and you see the, like, there's like a little bit of him there and over there and a little more of him over there, and there's a giant smear of him across the floor. And there's a large man-sized dent in the left wall.
Oof.
Well, I'm gonna take a run for it then.
Okay.
I'm gonna move as quickly as possible out of this facility.
Okay. Yeah. So you get out of the facility, and the moment that you're out of the facility, you don't see any, like, it doesn't look like there's anything else here. You don't see any other signs of a person, a monster, a creature, like nothing like that. It just looks normal outside once you're back in the streets.
All right. Well, I think then I want to head then towards Sayla. Yeah.
Okay.
Where Nini told me to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you I would say you probably spend the evening and a little bit of the next morning acquiring, some different things, a backpack, useless tools. You probably find a stick of wood on the ground and you pick that up as your staff. You've kind of got your gear with you now, right? You're ready to set out and head to find Nini. You start you like as before you have left the kingdom, you get a lot of whispers and a lot of things where people are saying like, "Oh, did you hear? Yes, that blue girl, people are saying that she must be a demon herself because she murdered a bunch of the town's guards and she escaped and now she's gone, nowhere to be seen." And like there's a bunch of rumors like that are floating around about how maybe Blue is a demon or Blue is related to the demon dwellers and Blue is just a crazy lady whose whole family was crazy. And there's a bunch of things that are kind of like floating around the city at the moment. And you also through the grapevine have also heard that you did get discredited, you and Nini both.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go find. I want to try to find Nini so I can fix this.
Okay. So you begin your trek to Sayla. So then we will pause you there. We move on to Lanceon. So Lanceon, you just had this evening where you didn't obviously like you it is noon, right? And Gideon has not showed up.
Well, I'll wait for a little bit because people run late sometimes. And then if he still doesn't show up, I will go talk to the priest who he said he knew.
Okay. Yeah, so you wait for probably, maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and it doesn't appear that he's showing up, and you find the priest. The priest's name is Father On.
I will walk up and go, "Excuse me, Father On."
Oh, yes, my child. What can I do for you?
Do you know where Gideon went?
Gideon? Yes. Well, shouldn't he be around here somewhere?
He always showed up at noon, and he's not here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lance. He You know, he doesn't stick around all that often. He really stuck around a lot longer than he normally does.
He didn't say anything?
No, unfortunately he didn't.
Do you know where he was staying or anything like that?
No, I wouldn't know anything like that. Give me like an insight check real fast.
That is 22.
Oh. So the father has a very like he does have a very like nice and calm demeanor about him, but he does seem to tense up anytime he mentions like not knowing anything about him at all, right? Like it's not a lot, it's just like a small like there's something there. Like he's hiding a tiny bit of information and he keeps trying to brush past it quickly anytime you bring it up.
I will lean in a little bit and whisper, kind of like, not like completely whisper, but be a little quiet and say, just please tell me.
Well, it's just a rumor, but it was rumored that Gideon did, fall in with a bit of a crowd in his younger days.
Who? Where?
There was a group of people. They call themselves Mistrade. It was an organization I believe Gideon belonged to years ago. As far as where they're operating out of, I've heard that there have been one of the members named Arcturus, and I believe that they said they saw him over on the Dweller Plains.
Do I have a rough idea of where that is?
You probably have like a generalized idea of where it is, just because it's on the completely other side of the continent. Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah. It's you're a port city, but your port city is does have some trade with Sela and the dweller camps there. But it's very, very seldom, and it's very like short in coming because it's such a far trip.
Well, I am going to start gathering up my stuff and make some inquiries in town to get an idea of how long, if it would be better to go see if I could get a ship going that direction or by land.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So you go off to figure out which way would be the best course of travel to get to this place. I will pause you there for a moment. And then actually, I think that what I'll do here is normally, like, as far as like sessions would go, I would probably like take a break, like give us like some break time, just so that we could like get up, walk around, do a little something.
Solid plan.
Jalen.
Yeah. I looked at Twitch. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, that dude's a fucking goblin.
That guy's a fucking goblin. Yeah.
I didn't notice. I didn't realize it was you at first.
Yeah. But so I'm thinking like I would switch us over to like a break, but I think what I'm gonna do is, just because this is like the first session, I think maybe I'll call it here,
Okay.
And then just because like we'll make it a bit of a shorter one this time, and then we'll pick up next time kind of like the real session 1, if that makes sense. But now we kind of have like the story established. We have kind of where everything's going. But yeah, I think that's what we'll do this time. And then next time we'll probably play for longer. It'll probably start at about 7. And I mean, you know, a 7-ish when we can get everybody online. And but yeah, no, and then I think that'll be good. And the next time we can play, we'll take a little bit of a break, probably around like the hour mark or so. And so we'll probably like at 7, you know, we'll take a break for about an hour. We'll come back. We'll play for about another hour, and then we'll take a break for
7?
Huh? Yeah, at 7.
8. We start at 7, and then we play for an hour.
Yeah. So then about
break, play
yeah
for another hour.
Oh.
yeah. So 7, break at an
Good
hour,
plan.
and so then yeah.
When were you planning on ending? Not this session, but like
Future
How
sessions.
late were you planning on going?
I'm thinking we probably starting at 7. We play till maybe about like 9:30 or so, 9:30, 10, depending.
Okay.
If that's fine with everybody.
I'm up for whatever.
Okay.
Anything works.
Okay, because I was just thinking 9:30 will be like kind of like our rough end time, so that we can like look to maybe wrap up whatever we have going on within like the next 30 minutes or so. Like whether it, you know, takes 5 minutes or 30 minutes, like it kind of gives us like a little bit of wiggle room to find a good stopping point.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, no, and then other than that, I'm gonna download the VOD to this and hopefully get this uploaded to YouTube. And so if anybody on YouTube is watching this, then do the whole like and subscribe stuff. Dan's face. Dan's eyes are so big. Dan's eyes are huge right now.
Zoom in on my face.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me zoom in even more.
Yeah. Tonight now, do it. Upload it tonight. But
I
yeah.
think he said right now.
He smashed that.
Not tonight.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Justin, I think.
Yeah, it is Buggy. Buggy and Stefan. But anyways, all right. Well, it was fun. I think that this actually like it's pretty cool. Now that we have
Wait,
everything.
how are you guys seeing that and this?
Huh?
We have
They
multiple
have
monitors.
multiple screens, and so they have it
Oh,
pulled
good
up.
for you. Good for you.
Pull it up on your phone.
I was
It's on
wondering
my
how you guys
phone.
knew what was going on.
Yeah.
This
you
whole
can-
time I've been wishing
yeah.
that I could see the Twitch screen because I was like, man, I wish I knew what it looked like.
Yeah. No, you can. Yeah,
Right,
you can.
on
You can.
that note,
Yeah.
is it possible that you can? I know you have your camera for your stream.
Yeah.
Can you turn it on Discord too?
Unfortunately, I can't. I think there's a software that I can download that would let me like, instead of showing you my camera, I could show you like the overlay. But I guess if you guys have the overlay pulled up on Twitch anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was just
I
more
don't.
thinking
Oh,
like
Bryce.
an in-time interaction
No,
with you if we needed
You have
to.
OBS, yeah. I do have OBS, Stefan.
Man, I'll just watch it on YouTube. That's crazy.
Okay. You can stream OBS screen on Discord while streaming.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you just have to share your screen.
Yeah, you show your screen. Here.
And then choose the OBS window.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay, so instead of turning on Facecam, I can just share my screen and then do this. Oh, I see. But now that messes up my overlay. Yeah. Yeah, see, it was I could do that. I could do that and set it up. I would just have to reset up where everybody is in the overlay though.
Yeah, I was just thinking real-time interaction might be necessary at some point.
Real-time interaction?
Like, sure, I can see your video on the stream, but it's like 4 seconds delayed.
Oh,
At
I
least you
gotcha.
can see it.
I gotcha. But Steven said he'll explain it to me at some point, and then hopefully maybe we can get that set up too. But
Might
anyways,
not be a necessity, but it might be nice.
yeah. Also, Grace, I actually forgot to send you the link.
Oh, I know.
Um,
It's okay. I saw it. You posted it on Instagram, so
yeah.
yeah.
But if at any point,
Yes.
anyways, I just sent it to you anyways, like through text. So if at any point you want to send that to anyone, you can.
Is it the same link every time?
Yeah, it's the same link every
Oh,
time.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. But anyways, yeah, this was fun, guys.
It was.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I guess we'll just try and meet back here next Monday, and we'll pick up with the
Always here.
cool. We will pick up with the converging on Sayla.
My character sheet just completely erased itself.
Your
I
character
mean,
sheet just completely erased
no.
itself.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fuck. I
But
didn't save it yet, and it closed.
oh god. But yeah, no. Thanks, Stefan, for hanging out and watching, and thanks literally anybody who hung out and chatted and watched.
I'm gonna read it out real quick.
But yeah,
Yeah, you're welcome.
yeah, you're welcome. Alright. All right, I'm gonna head out now, but I will talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Peace out.